Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay cast from the South Korean ladder. Once again, a very interesting engagement here onto a 4 spawning location map. We have spawning here in the upper left in the blue. It is Flash with his barcode AK and his opponent, an unknown Zerg barcode here for me, who is spawning in the lower left as the white Zerg, and also a very lucky move out here by him with his Overlord. So yeah, once again, we do have of course the production tab here in the upper left part. Very soon we're going to be checking out the build orders from the two pro players. You can see a very high APM here for this one Zerg, so should be of course a very good replay. As you can see from the timer, quite a fast replay. Let's have a look exactly what is going to be happening here, what the build order is going to be, what units are going to be used. And yeah, I'm pretty sure of course that Flashes will open up here with his supply depot, leaving once again this gap for his SCV to be out micro just in case of danger. Let's have a look at the Zerg very quickly, going for his second Overlord here, and it looks like a pretty standard build order here for the Zerg. Overlord into more drones, and then he will very likely go for his fast expansion. As yeah, there is the Overlord, there is the first barracks getting produced here by Flash, 2 drones, and I believe with that Zerg will of course have enough minerals to go for his expansion. So pretty standard stuff here, like I told you. Same can be said here for Flash, opting to place his barracks quite close towards this ramp, pretty much securing the ramp here a little bit as the Overlord is closing here towards the base from Flash. So no intentions here for Flash to block the entrance yet, as he's now moving out with his scouting SCV, and the expansion has also started here for the Zerg. So again, the lucky scout here by the Zerg, just opting not to show his Overlord yet. Perhaps tries to be lucky to see some buildings here into this area. And the lucky scout here for Flash, as he's moving now straight towards the expansion point from the Zerg. No gas yet here for him. Another supply depot into this location. And yeah, in comes the SCV. And we're closing in towards the tier 2 upgrade time here for the Zerg as his spawning pool, and there is his extractor. So yeah, the pretty standard stuff. Of course, Flash is going to try to stay as much as he can here into this location, just to see exactly what the intentions from the Zerg are. 3 drones are getting pulled here towards the gas. The SCV sees everything, and yeah, the expansion also is about to get finished, as we even have another drone moving out here for the Zerg. This could be of course a drone that is heading into the upper right part to hide another expansion. Let's see if this is indeed going to be the plan from the Zerg. Yes, yeah, there is the spawning pool, and yeah, there are more drones actually getting produced, and we even have a tier 2 upgrade, but this time the Zerg deciding to go here for his tier 2 upgrade. Perhaps he tried to fool Flash here, and Flash of course seeing everything, he see that the drone actually decides to move here back for the Zerg, as the first Zerglings are also getting spawned here for the Zerg. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. It could be Mutalisk, it could also be a transition to Lurkers. The point now from the Zerg is of course to try to snipe this SCV as fast as he can, already dealing good damage towards him. With that, Flash might be blind, as those Zerglings deal quite great damage towards this SCV. So great micro here by the Zerg. Let's just check the Terran very quickly. There is his expansion. Could this be another barracks? Indeed, another barracks here for Flash, as his SCV is finally going to get down. And actually Flash moving out with some Marines, so quite a surprise move by him. Only 4 Marines, perhaps to scare the Zerg a little bit, perhaps to try to force him into going for some Sunkens here. There we have the tier 2, there we have the Spire for the Zerg, as the Marines actually opt now to pull back. And speed for the Zerg will also be done very soon, as we even have a bunker now getting set up here by Flash. So yeah, Zerglings are pulling of course out. The Zerg react immediately to that, move forward, and actually many Zerglings here, but Flash has a high number of Marines, 8 of them. 4 will be into the bunker, the other ones will very likely try to block the entrance here. So in comes the push here forward by the Zerg. Speed has of course been done for the Zerglings, lots of damage has been taken in the end. Flash has to pull the SCVs to block the entrance, and with that only 1 Zergling has made it here forward. So great micro indeed by Flash, very important to block the entrance, as the Zergling will try of course to be lucky to snipe 1 SCV or 2. But yeah, in the end, great stuff here by both players. Actually the Zerg trying of course to bust here forward. Luckily here for Flash, who was on time to block the entrance, and with that the Zergling is taking more and more damage, sees the engineering way. Of course Flash is waiting for some Mutalisk, as he's also moving out here with his Marines. This will force of course the Zerg to go for a sunken colony. It could be even a bunker rush here for Flash. Let's just see if he's going to opt to go for that, as the sunken is going to finish very soon. There is stim for the Marines getting upgraded. And it looks like Flash is just pretty much going to bypass this sunken, so very ballsy move here by him as he's going now straight for those drones, sniping one drone after the other, also taking some damage. So in the end, 2 drones only have been snapped. One is also very, very low as Flash is moving here forward, but the Mutalisk will hatch very soon, so he has to hurry up. He's trying, of course, to deal more and more damage. The Zerg has to react. He's surrounding the Marines and dealing good damage towards them. In the end, he's going to be able to clear them out. 13 workers have been left here for the Zerg, as Flash is already at 29 workers for him, and now the turrets will finish very likely here on time, as the Zerg is now moving forward with his Mutalisk. So great reaction here indeed, quite aggressive move out here by Flash, and there we have the first turrets already shooting against those Mutalisk in the air. So with that, I believe Flash should be able to hold against 5 Mutalisk only. More Mutalisk should of course follow, but the Zerg also has to drone up. He has to make more gas, more minerals, as in comes the push once again forward here with some Mutalisk. But Flash is looking very, very strong. He has Stim finished. Now Weapons 1 is getting done. The upgrade for the Marine range is also getting done here, and with that he's looking really, really strong. His defenses also look very, very strong, as we're pretty much at the halftime here of this game. Let's see if the Zerg perhaps is going to try to be lucky, sniping one SCV but also taking quite some damage. Worker wise, still 10 more workers, but the Zerg is slowly but steadily catching up here, still at only 2 bases, perhaps looking for his 3rd base now with his drone. And yeah, there it is. Indeed, he is moving out as the Mutalisk once again try to move here forward, but Flash with a very strong defense, lots and lots of turrets, and we might even see the first factory. Yes, indeed, there it is. So 2 turrets here, Marines patrolling. Very good defense here by Flash, but he could get flanked by those Mutalisks very soon, as we see more Mutalisks getting produced here by the Zerg. Weapons 1 upgrade. Perhaps the Zerg is going to try to now transition into some Lurkers, given the fact that very soon a push out is going to happen by Flash, as he's now moving out with his Marines, with his medics, stimming up here, moving very, very fast. The Zerg will very likely try to abuse those Marines, try to snap perhaps one after the other, but in the end those medics in the back, of course, healing them up. So great stuff here by Flash, and the Mutalisk actually retreat here, perhaps regrouping and perhaps going to try to attack here once again, but Flash having so many turrets into this location. Let's have a look what exactly is going to happen into the middle of the map, as more and more Marines will very likely be sent out. We do have indeed the expansion here into this location, so yeah, let's have a look what the reaction is going to be here, as the Marines are moving out and the Mutalisk is also taking quite some damage here. Let's have a look at the main from the Zerg. We do have other buildings getting produced. The Zerg Queen's Nest, there we have the Hydralisk, then for the Hydralisk perhaps a transition to indeed some Lurkers. So of course the Lurkers will be the perfect counter towards those sheer masses of Marines with medics from the opponent. As yeah, slowly but steadily we're closing towards the 10-minute mark. Flash is just going to regroup here into the middle of the map, perhaps waiting for some reinforcements. His barracks are nicely producing here units, and very likely he might try to regroup his units as more of the Marines and medics are getting produced. Weapons 1 is being done, and we do see Lurkers immediately reaction here for the Zerg. Even armor is getting done here for the Terran. So yeah, let's have a look. With siege tanks all getting done, so we might see a timing push once again, even with some science vessels against the Lurkers. But there's so many Mutalisks here in the air, sheer masses of Mutalisks. They could be lucky to snipe Marine after Marine, but in comes the push here forward by Flash, as the Mutalisk nicely getting microed back here by the Zerg. Let's see if he's going to be lucky to snipe one Marine after the other with a good position, but it looks like Flash pretty much going straight towards the newly established base. The SCV nicely scouting this out. In comes the reaction by the Zerg with the Mutalisk, but he needs some Lurkers, I believe, very soon to fend off this huge attack by Flash with the upgraded Marines. In come the reinforcements from the back. Let's have a look exactly what the idea here from the Zerg is. It's going to very likely try to intercept the reinforcements here for Flash, pretty much abandoning this base right here, retreating his drones. Pretty good, smart move, but in the end, of course, the hatchery investment and the extractor will be sniped here, as yeah, in comes the push actually forward here with Lurkers, and we even have, of course, there is vision with the turrets in the back, but the tank might be sniped very soon as more and more damage is being taken. So Flash actually has to retreat back home. He has to defend, as in comes the attack with the Lurkers, with the Mutalisk, and even scan is getting used here just to give vision for this one tank in the back. So Flash, of course, knowing that he will lose the satellite here, he has to scan the area. So quite a ballsy move here forward by the Zerg, but now we do have the science vessel here in the air, and with that there is vision against all of these units. So very soon the Zerg might get surrounded here very soon. So the Lurker taking more and more damage. 3 Lurkers already being sniped. Looks like the Zerg is taking more and more damage. He tries to out micro this, but very hard situation here for him, as Flash once again is moving out with his units. There is no second, third base here for him, as more and more damage is actually getting taken here by the Zerg units. So yeah, Flash with a great defense, then transitioning into some tanks with some science vessel, pretty much expecting a Lurker gameplay here. And finally there is vision, but those Marines take so much damage here out of the Lurkers. So Flash needs to be more careful, as he's taking so much splash damage here, and the Lurkers are still pretty much alive. So perhaps a little bit of a mistake here by Flash. Let's have a look what exactly is going to happen here. The Lurkers once again showing us what a great counter they are towards sheer masses of Marines, as now the Zerg seems to be preparing his defenses versus the incoming attack. There's 3 Sunkens here, there's Lurkers here. We do have, however, tanks in the back. Not that much of a large army here for Flash, so this might be punished very soon by the Zerg. So in comes the attack. The Mutalisks deal great damage. There we have the E-Radiance versus all of those Mutalisks, as yeah, even the Marines are there ready to attack. And yeah, the Lurkers in the back, of course. Lots and lots of tanks here indeed for Flash, as the Mutalisks will of course try to fend off the snapping of the science vessel, but sadly here for Flash he did lose the science vessel, so he's now relying pretty much onto the scan, and he has now vision against the Lurker, so he needs to snap the Lurkers here, as more and more Marines are moving forward. More and more damage is being taken here by the Zerg, and yeah, great move here by Flash indeed, as he's ready to deal damage towards the hive of the Zerg. There's still a Defiler here out, but the tanks are moving forward. The Mutalisks are taking more and more damage here, and yeah, that has to be of course the GG here from the from the barcode player here. So very aggressive move out here indeed by Flash, nicely done by him, as yeah, all of those units in the end will be able to take out the important units. There's the hive from the Zerg, so much, even a great Aspire here for him. I believe he tried to transition into some Mutalisk, but in the end the timing push here from Flash proving to be also strong, even having another science vessel against the Lurkers on the ground. So quite a hard game indeed for the Zerg versus the Terrans. It seems like the Terrans pretty much have an answer towards all of the harassment from the Zerg. Sadly here for the Zerg, his Mutalisk gameplay didn't really work out, and with that Flash being able to secure this game, once again a fast game by him. But yeah, very great unit production by him, and a nice unit mix with tanks, with science vessel, with Marines. Great countering those Mutalisk. Lots and lots of turrets at home for him, so the Mutalisk had of course no chance, and the Lurker transition was a little bit too late by the Zerg, and his harassment then pretty much was fended off by Flash. So Flash pretty much having all of the counters ready against the Zerg into this game. So yeah, a very good game here by both players. In the end, Flash proving to be too strong. I hope you guys enjoyed once again. This is Tommy signing out.